This is going to be a quick video on how to set up multiple triggers to a single game manager or general manager. This can be used for games. This could be used for escape rooms. Um, this could be used for, art displays, depending on what you're wanting to use it. For right now, what I'm just going to use it for is turning these on as we press them, all right? So all you're going to need really is, let me copy this because I am going to need a game manager. I'm just going to use that for now. You're going to need a trigger, multiple triggers, however many triggers you want to add to the system. You're going to need a general manager, and then everything else is, optional to what you need. If it's an escape room, it could be connected to a door. If it's a game, it might be connected to a custom mechanic that you've made. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it to where these three are invisible from the jump. And then as you press these triggers, they will send an event to the general manager, and the general manager will turn them on, depending on how many triggers have been pressed. And you could even reformat this mechanic I'm about to make for a door, to open up a door. Say you're making a escape room or something like that. They could go around, try to find however many buttons, push them, and then they're able to go into the next round after doing so. All right, so we're just gonna do 3. And then I'm going to delete this script. Let's see. They've updated it, so let's see if it doesn't delete. So when world is started, what we're going to do is we're going to go down to... We're going to go down to these connection events, right? So we want to connect to event. Boom. We're going to put 3 of them. And it's going to say connect self to trigger enter, which means if the player enters the trigger, to local events. That's going to be an event that we set inside the system. All right. And then we're going to go ahead and we're going to grab when event is received. We're going to put 3 of them. I'm just going to name them their numbers. 1. We should actually put them here. 1, 2, and 3. Boom, 3. Now what we need to do is these events are going to be bringing in players, okay? So whenever you have, and we're going to end up setting these triggers up, but whenever you send whenever the player enters the trigger, it's going to be sending the player event. So we just need to make sure that we add player to each of these. And honestly, I should have done that from the jump. I'm going to actually do that. And then just copy it. And then 2, 3. So we have when world is started, connect self. We don't want self. We want trigger 1. We'll put trig 1. Make sure it's an object. So we're going over to, we're going over to variables, select variables, new variable, trig 2, object, confirm, and trig 3. So we have trig 1, trig 2, trig 3, all for the triggers. They're objects, right? And so we're going to go ahead and grab those. So 1, and put trig 1 there. 2, trig 2 there. 3, 3 there. So we have... It did it. We fixed it. We fixed scripts deleting from world. No, you didn't, Meta, you liar. All right, so library, script. We're just going to pop it out from here. It won't delete now, all right? So we have when world is started, connect trig 1. This trigger 1's trigger enter event to this event inside this system. So this doesn't need a script. Anytime I enter that trigger, it's going to automatically send an event to the general manager or whenever we connect it, right? And that event is going to be passing the event and the player. So we're receiving the event and the player. And what we're going to do now is we are going to, for the sake of the game, we're going to go to count. We're going to leave it as a number. and we're going to go to values, set to, boom, boom, boom. We're gonna go to this little plus stuff, add a plus, boom, whoops, that's too many, boom, boom. Get the count, copy it there, copy, 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 and then go over to values again, grab number input, put it there, copy, don't copy that. Replace the 1 or the 0 with a 1. And we're going to copy that into the rest of the spots. So you should have event 1 is received with player, set count to count plus 1. So essentially what we're doing here is we're keeping track of a number. So okay, count is going up by 1 every time any of these events happen. And then what we're going to do is we're going to send event to self. All right. So that event's going to be sent. We're going to receive that event. And if count equals 1, let's see. We are going to, no, not this one. We're going to go to this little actions wand, set object visibility. Boom. We're going to leave that empty for right now, and we're going to grab that and copy 3 times for each of those lights, all right? And we're going to replace the self with each light. So let's go back to values and create red light. These are all objects. All right, so we have red light, yellow light, green light. We're going to put red light there because that's the first one we want visible, yellow there, and green there. Come on. And then we're just going to press or add that to 2, add this to 3. And now we have when, and we're going to read it real quick right here. Connect these triggers to these events. These triggers trigger enter event to this event, to this event, to this event. Then whenever this event is received, we're going to set count to +1 and send the event. And that's same thing with the 2, same thing with the 3, right? Now, when my event is received, if count equals 1, we're going to set red light to true. If count is 2, we're going to set yellow light to true. And if count is 3, then we're going to set green light to true. Now, if you wanted this to be a door, you can add a little mechanic to move the door after the count is set, right? Play animation or move object to location, right? In fact, watch this. We'll do that. Move. We're going to add a door. Whoops. Object. And we're just going to add a reference just to make it easy. A lot of people have a hard time with and I'm rotating it. Silly. Move to. All right. Oh, we want to move to over time because we don't want it just to teleport. We want it to move like a door would, right? A sliding door. And then what we're going to do is we're going to go to this plus, the operations or operators, I think. Oh, yeah, operators. We're going to position of object, place that in this vector location. So now we're just going to reference the position of the object as our destination. And that reference is going to be our reference. And that door will be for self. Oh, come on. Okay, cool. And we're going to change the time to 3 seconds. And then now we just need to set this up. So I'm going to put this as a general manager. So script, I should name that, but it is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and copy this real quick. Take the script off of it. Let's see. So now we have a door. Bada bing, bada boom. My battery's dying. All right. So that door should swing that way once we press all these buttons. So let's put the door, hook the door up in there. Door. Hook the reference point up in there. We're going to turn off the animation to none. We're going to turn that collidability off, visibility, all that stuff off. And then next is the green light. Do down here. I think this is green light. Pretty sure that's green light. Green light. Turn that off. We need to leave that animated because it's going to change. Yellow light. We could turn off their collidability though. And that's the red light. Yep. Because you always want to think about what's the word I'm thinking of? What's the word I'm thinking of? If you guys are making games with things, if this is not going to be something people touch, make it non-collidable. That's going to optimize your world to run better. Just a little pro tip. All right, now we have trigger 1. That's set for players, enabled, we're Gucci. Player 2. Same thing, Gucci. Player 3. And bada bing, bada boom, we got ourselves a cool, oh, that needs to be fixed. Okay, so all we need to do really is, it's not the event, no it's not, all right. So we need to go in here, pop that script out right quick, and then, go back down to the bottom and stop listening to events. Pop that in each of them. Oh man, come on. Pop, 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 and then we want to put their corresponding triggers into there, copy them into each. All right. So we have when one is received with the player. Listen, I was supposed to press that one. All right. When one is received with player, stop listening to events from trigger 1 and set the count. So we won't have that double play. You could also write a script for the triggers to stop listening or stop, what was the word? Detection disabled, essentially. So there's 1. We can't press it again. There's 2. Can't press it again. And there's 3. And then the door opens. So that's a little, I mean, right there, you got a little game mechanic. But that's how you're going to set up a multi-triggered game manager, right? So, and this could be set up for objects. It could be set up for players. You can even set it up for more than just buttons. It could be for people grabbing an object. It could be used for many different things. All you're really doing is you're sending these events to that manager, and then that manager is going over and handling the rest of the business. I have the same mechanic here. If you wanted it in objects, go check out the cup pong video that I made. That talks a lot about objects going into a trigger, counting multiple objects, counting down numbers. This is kind of similar to it. But yeah, if you guys have any other questions, hit me up on the comments. I'm gonna end up putting the Discord up in here. That's actually where the question came from. One of the people up in the Discord asked. So make sure you guys try to join that. Get some answers to your questions, and I don't know. I'll try to help you out the best I can. But with that, I'm gonna let you guys go ahead and get back to building, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.